I think our question for you is, how important do you feel single-sex spaces are for children?
I mean, absolutely essential. They're central to safeguarding. Like the basic thing for safeguarding is that you have to be honest. That's the first thing. You
Mhm.
can't lie about what sex anyone is. There's two incredibly important variables when it comes to safeguarding, and they are age and sex. You cannot understand what risk is if you're lying about those. You cannot treat adults as children or children as adults. You cannot treat boys as girls or girls as boys. So straight away, if you're messing around pretending some boys are girls or vice versa, you're breaking all your safeguarding. You cannot do it properly. You cannot record decisions about who goes where and who protects who. But like, we all know the facts of life. We know one sex gets the other one pregnant. You can't make babies unless there's one of each.
Mm.
So what are you going to do? Start lying to little children because they're not ready to make babies? Like, what about when they get to 11 or 12?
Mhm.
Are you still going to be pretending that some of the boys are girls? By then you've already destroyed their boundaries. So that's one reason that you have to be honest. But the second reason is that you do genuinely need to keep boys apart from girls when girls are getting undressed. And,
Mhm.
newsflash for any of the people out there who aren't female, we have to take the bottom half of our clothes off to have a
Mhm.
wee. Girls are naked from the
So
waist down to
much.
have a wee. Like, if
Yes.
you don't know that, I don't know what planet you live on. That is a very vulnerable situation to be in. And you don't
Yes.
want to just be behind a little flimsy door. And it's not safe, So I know some workplaces, including unfortunately some government offices here, where they've gone gender neutral, and the way they've done it, if they've just had the old male and female group toilets, and they've just changed the signs. And then
Mm.
underneath the signs where it says, all gender or, unisex or whatever, there are signs saying, please close the door when you are using the toilet, because men go in and treat them like urinals. They just walk
Mhm.
in and you see their
Uh-huh.
arse hanging out of their trousers while they're
Yes.
having a wee, and the female colleagues don't want this. You keep men and women separate when they're having a wee. It is safer for women. And the
Yes.
last thing I would say about that is men and women, or boys and girls, have different plumbing. Like, we all
Mhm.
know this. Women need to sit down. Men can sit down, but lots of men prefer to stand up. And if you are a cleaner or a mother of small boys, you want the boys using urinals.
Right.
Because it's horrible. Girls don't want to come in and find wee on the seats. I
Or
mean,
on the
somebody
floor.
said to me, like, think on the floor, but, little girls, like, if I travel on trains, and the trains obviously have unisex toilets because it's just one toilet. And, by about an hour after it's cleaned, there's wee on the seats and wee on the
Mhm.
floor. But I can
Mhm.
hover. I can hold
Right.
up my clothes and I can
Right.
hover. A little girl can't. She's got to
Right.
clamber onto the seat. She's got to sit on other people's wee.
Right.
So we keep people separate. And sorry, I'm rambling on about this. I really care
No,
about this issue.
it's
The
true.
last thing is, when we do this, we tell girls that they matter. And when we
Mhm.
don't do it, we tell girls that they don't matter.
Right.
So any girl who has to go somewhere that there is no special provision for girls' specific needs, specific biology, menstruation, needing to strip to wee, needing to sit down to wee, is being told that they are second-class citizens, that they are going to have to
Mhm.
use facilities that are suitable for boys and less suitable for girls, and that they are not allowed to complain about that. And I do not approve of telling little girls that they don't matter.